Hey everyone, next VR Troopers episode, the beginning of Season 2, Mutant Mutiny. That title got me kind of excited. I was like, oh cool, so there's a mutiny against Grimlord? Kinda, sorta? It's really weird. Both the Dino Thunder and VR Troopers episode that I'm covering this time, neither one have titles that make any sense. This one at least makes a little bit more sense than the Dino Thunder one. I don't know what was going on there. So the troopers are at Tao Dojo when suddenly a guy comes in all excited. His name's Artie and he wants the troopers to be spokespeople for his martial arts studio. And the troopers aren't sure about this. Carl Zichter, meanwhile, has found green slime all over his desk and around his office, and he believes it came from one of his mutants invading reality against his orders. He goes into virtual reality where Toxoid determines the mutant to be Amphibidor, and a bunch of Grimlord's mutants go to find him. Amphibidor is brought before Grimlord, and Grimlord orders him to battle to prove his worthiness, because that's what the Japanese footage shows, so we gotta do it too. Toxoid selects Dream Master. That's cool. Haven't seen Dream Master in a while. Amphibidor uses his ability to become slime to win? Or at least avoid Dream Master's attack, which is good enough for Grimlord, who sends Amphibidor out to attack the troopers, and he doesn't really have too much of a plan. His plan is mainly, like, if they kill Amphibidor, he doesn't care because he thinks Amphibidor is a traitor planning a rebellion against him. Ryan is at Hart's lab when suddenly Hart detects a break in the reality barrier. Ryan calls the others and they soon come across some of Amphibidor's green slime. Hart warns Ryan that Amphibidor could potentially be more dangerous than Grimlord. Surely this is going to mean all. It doesn't mean anything. JB and Caitlin fight off some Scugs and continue on. That was. Ryan, meanwhile, encounters Amphibidor and transforms. During the fight, Ryan gets slime in his suit's circuitry, disabling him. Ryan loses control of his suit and falls off a cliff. JB and Caitlin find him unconscious and take him back to the lab. Grimlord orders Amphibidor to bring him Ryan's armor as well as the other trooper's armor. Meanwhile, at Tao Dojo, Artie meets with Tao and discusses something with him. Back with JB and Caitlin, they go to fight Amphibidor. Ryan sleepwalks or something out of the lab and gets attacked by Amphibidor. Grimlord sends in more monsters to destroy both Ryan and Amphibidor, and then they just kind of disappear. Then Ryan gains control of his armor, destroys Amphibidor, and the other monsters are still missing for some reason. At the dojo, Tao reveals that he's been chosen as Artie's spokesperson, and okay then. This episode's pretty fun. The beginning starts off feeling like it's gonna be something really big, but ultimately it just kind of comes off like a normal standard episode. This could have been in season 1. There's nothing in this really that makes it feel like it's a new season, especially not a season premiere. There's no real reintroduction of the characters or anything. There's no new threat. It's cool to see Dream Master again. He was one of the more unique monsters. Unfortunately, his abilities aren't fully utilized, but one of the things I do really appreciate and respect about VR Troopers is how consistent they are with all these random monsters' names. Like, I can barely remember their names. After over 50 episodes, I only know a few of their names. Let's see. I know Decimator, Icebot, Ivar. There's some bigger ones. I know Toxoid, because he sounds like Starscream. I know Air Striker, the guy that flies around and chases the troopers sometimes. They're in my sights, Grimlord. I know him, and that's about it. But they keep all of these characters straight, and that deserves respect because I cannot do that. Amphibidor is kind of interesting. Unfortunately, by the end, he's just another mutant. No other mutant visibly takes place in his supposed rebellion against Grimlord. That might have been kind of cool to see him interacting with some other monsters. We even had the perfect scene where he's talking with some other monsters. When Grimlord sends the monsters to find him, imagine if instead of You know, them just saying, oh hey, Grimlord wants to see you. It was him talking to these monsters and saying, you should turn against Grimlord and work with me. And they're like, hey, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But that's not what they do. So, I don't know where this whole plot about the monster rebelling against Grimlord came from. Is it because Grimlord sends monsters to attack Ryan and they accidentally shoot uh, Amphibidor once or twice? Because it goes by so quickly and then those monsters disappear. I'm not even sure if that was something that was actually in the Japanese version or not. There's a really innocuous subplot here with Tao having to go to his mother's family reunion. It doesn't really mean anything. All I can guess is it's supposed to set up Tao being absent for a few episodes, maybe? That's all I can guess, because it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't really tie in with the plot with Artie and wanting to find a spokesperson. It doesn't really tie in with any... Even Artie's plot is disconnected from the monster plot. Not a whole lot to analyze here. This is a decent episode. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. I like the scene at the beginning where Artie has the big poster of the VR Troopers, and the images on there are just, like, publicity images of the Troopers. That's a cute little thing. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about this one. It's a meh episode. Not the best, like, first impression for Season 2 of VR Troopers. I don't know, maybe Rise of the Red Python should have been the first episode of Season 2. That would have been, like, a bit stronger of a premiere. Whatever. That's it for this one, because I just do not have anything else to say about it. This was a... Like, I had fun watching it. This is a fun episode, but I just don't have anything to say about it, so that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.